What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Who Do You Think You Are podcast. I'm your co-host, Pedro, and I am joined alongside...
My name's Nick. Wake up and smell the fluoride, people.
Take a big inhale in and just
not there by mistake.
Fluoride.
We know that for sure. It's not there by mistake.
Turning the frogs gay, dude.
And that's a fact.
And that is a fact. That's crazy that's a fact.
That is
fucking Alex Jones, dude. Way ahead of everybody, huh?
But I also think it's time the frogs catch up. And they start,
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They were a little anti-LGBTQ.
What is it, 1920?
Huh? Yeah, come on.
You're not going to fuck your best
What beer do you want,
looking guy frog friend?
Come on. Just give him a little poke. Give him a little tongue action or something. We got this double Indian pale or this.
Here, switch them, then
sauce.
I'll grab one. Do a little switch, a quick one, and tell me when you're ready. Ready? All right, here we go. What do I got?
You got that special sauce, baby.
You just did it on purpose, like you
I
didn't
gave you the one. I gave you the one that I didn't want. Can't believe you trusted me with that.
I trust you, man. I trust
really
I
nice.
trust people until they break my trust.
That's good. That's a good tactic.
And the guy that was supposed to come on the podcast today
Broke the trust.
broke the
dude.
trust.
So fuck you. All right.
You are
never allowed.
Is it called blackballed, blacklisted in Hollywood? What is it called?
Blacklisted.
You're blacklisted. Nikola.
Yeah, we were.
Animus Glass.
We were supposed to have a guest on today, but
his car broke down.
no, dude, it blew up.
Never heard that
His
before.
truck blew up like into pieces. It literally blew up. I don't know if you've seen a couple of.
Damn.
There's a video online that he's on the side of the freeway and it's just on fire. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just surprised. I'm okay. I'm like happy he's okay. You know.
I didn't see it on World Star Hip Hop, so I know it's surprising.
That's breaking news right there.
That's where I get all my news from. But yeah, so this is Sunday, September
Cheers.
6th. Cheers.
God, look at that. It looks like orange juice.
And so just so you know, because the news has been so crazy, we usually record Tuesday and drop it on Wednesday. Labor Day, is tomorrow, and it's going to be a corona outbreak.
Oh, you think so?
The news is already telling me.
Oh,
I'm already to know
what do they say?
that it's going to be the highest numbers we've seen yet.
Why?
And that everything
'cause people are
everything that
going
we've done up to this point now is
Absolutely for
a
nothing.
wash. So now get used to Zoom because you're going to Zoom Christmas. You're going to be Zooming all of 2021, they said. California shut down again. They shut off electricity even.
What?
Yeah. And water.
No, they can't do
They
that.
said, shame on you.
They can't
Going
do water. dude.
going outside to the ocean
Are you
on
messing
Labor
with
Day.
me?
I'm not messing with you, bro.
That's crazy, man. People shutting off like their electricity. I know, like there was that TikTok house that had like that party,
Yeah.
and then after the party, the governor
Cut the lights.
cut the lights, baby.
He wasn't invited, so.
Oh, he was just jelly. He was just jelly.
What would you do if you were invited?
I'd
you're,
go snip
you're,
that.
You're the governor of your own town, and they don't invite you to the fucking party.
But I mean, to be fair, like he was gonna be just a party pooper because he's like no more than 10 people, spaced 6 feet apart. You know,
That's like Nancy Pelosi getting a haircut when salons are closed. So that's the thing.
that was a setup, dude.
First
Don't
of all-
fucking blame Nancy Pelosi. That was the
She trusted her.
That was the studio, dude. That was the setup.
Damn.
What a fucking salon, huh? For turning her in.
Yeah.
Like Nancy Pelosi trusts you with her, like getting her hair done
That's
and shit.
awesome.
And then the studio, well, it was one of two ways I saw it. Either the studio keeps quiet and then it comes out like in eventually, you know, after, or the studio is like, well, let's jump on board this Trump wagon and get all this publicity. Like, hey, that's the fucking salon
True.
that turned Nancy in.
Yeah.
You know that no wearing mask, hair getting done, bitch.
Yeah. I don't.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
that was a little much.
Well, yeah.
That was
I'm
aggressive.
sorry, Nancy. I actually bumped into. I just got my hair done too, and we bumped elbows and.
You get your hair done?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got a perm.
You know it's Corona right now, so you're just getting your haircut casually.
Bro, we're not in California.
It's so what?
It's only in California that the studios are.
Do you think the death rate is a joke, dude?
No, dude. It's 120 million. Biden already told us that.
He also said we should arrest Breonna Taylor. Yeah, so
Really?
I don't know if I'd take his word for everything.
Why did he say that way?
It was a fumble, dude. We fumble too on this podcast. We say the wrong thing.
That's true. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I give Biden so much shit for misspeaking, barely being able to form a sentence. And I'm in the same boat, dude.
Yeah.
Early onset, he's late onset, obviously.
And you're 24, so it's way different.
30, but yeah, super different.
You're 30?
Yeah, man.
Man, I swore you were 24.
Don't be like that, okay? Don't try to fucking patronize me. What's up, man? How are you? How's your week been? Welcome back. You just took a little DMT trip out of here. I saw you looking out into space. Oh, oh fuck. Where's my mask? Hey, Noki, give me my mask.
Do this.
I can't, dude. It's a fucking wife beater. It's going to come in through the fucking arm.
You don't have to call a wife beater anymore, dude.
What is it? A tank top? That's for girls, dude.
That did not go down good. Woo!
Take a little sip.
Welcome back to Who Do You Think You Are? Wake up and smell the fluoride, people, because we don't know what the cops are cooking and who they're going to kill this week. Who are they going to kill this week?
I think they have to lay off of the darker skinned people, the African Americans. And
you see the last one that
maybe
people are
just shoot a
protesting
white.
over?
Shoot a white just so it looks even. Why not? That would bring some justice, right? To the
white.
Yeah, just shoot a white. And Ryan Whitaker, R.I.P. too, dude. That was the homie that was playing the video game.
Oh yeah,
he was a white.
Yeah,
here in Arizona too. That's fucking
close to home. But I don't know. Did you see the most recent one that people are protesting about? It's like the guy. I believe he was on some kind of drugs. I think people were throwing around PCP or something. But it was like in the middle of the street. He's like almost naked, kind of resisting arrest or something. So they put a bag over his head because he's spitting. And then they suffocate him.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Was he black?
Yeah.
Oh, the video looked like he was white.
I don't see colors. Maybe
that's true. It was a black and white video. I don't know.
But there's always
why did they put it? I saw something about that, and they were like laughing while he was on the ground, right, or something. Like
a lot of these videos that was a different one.
Oh, okay.
This is a new one that just came out recently about him. But that's the thing. It's just gonna keep.
Yeah. Just going to keep happening.
Yeah. But
especially now, it's so much more tense now, right?
Well, that's the thing. And now everybody's more freaked out or not freaked out or I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about.
There's just more animosity behind the whole. Like you got to be way much more careful if you're a cop now.
Well, yeah, or they don't want to be a cop. Right? I mean, I feel like, or they want to now to like push it. That's the thing too, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter cops. I mean, right? I feel like.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
There's black
but
cops
it could also
too.
be like, I want to prove that message. And like they stand, like, was it Gilbert, Arizona? That was like over the weekend, there was like there's a Black Lives Matter protest. And then there's like a bunch of the right-wing QAnon people like screaming, spitting on them. No, none of them are wearing masks or anything.
Oh,
and
really?
Just like, yeah.
I know downtown Prescott. Well, you should be fucking wearing a mask right now, dude.
That
Calm
joint
down.
just hit different.
Yeah,
bro.
okay. Whatever, dude. Would you lace it with Corona?
I would. I'm
no, in
over
Prescott downtown. Prescott downtown, they had a big like march. And have you seen the videos where they like compare it to the 1960s videos of like the civil rights movement? Dude, it's just the same fucking thing happening.
You know,
it's so weird. It gives me
weird.
chills that like watching those videos, like we're treating people like this now, dude.
I
like,
just can't believe it. You know?
Yeah. It's fucking
really
hard
crazy.
to fucking wrap your head around.
But it's also funny. It's like all the people that are like all the whites that are there yelling, saying the things they would. They all look exactly like that person. Like, you know what I mean? It's like always that same guy.
Yeah.
He looks the exact same as all. It's so funny that like how it just fits that character mold so well.
It really does.
It really, yeah. It almost seems like satirical.
Yes.
Like when I'm watching that, I'm like, it almost feels like a simulation or some weird kind of comedy because I watch this and I'm like, are you playing the part? Like, it's so crazy,
right.
you
You're
know?
just leaning in, method acting at its finest.
Well, I mean, what about it? Like love, being all lives matter, being like a Walmart shopper or whatever it is. What is that about that you all would buy the same sunglasses and the same like American
Dude, they got him
eagle
at
on a shirt.
they got him at the same fucking little pop-up Trump supporting corner on like the corner of Cave Creek and Union Hills.
Oh, I'm
man,
asking
you
because I
know?
want to get the swag.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
saying
that
it's
swag.
there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Okay.
That's where they're all getting them.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, there is definitely a similar physical appearance to. It's so weird because even saying like something like, "Well, they're all white," and
Yeah.
that would be semi-racist, right?
Yeah, we can be racist with white people.
We can,
Yeah,
even Mexicans,
of course.
especially Mexicans. Huh?
We're racist against you. Do it back
That's
to
true.
us.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean,
We all got to do it a little bit. To
It's
each
all
other.
white people, man.
Yeah,
It's
I-
all white people. Like
Then there's a few like African Americans or something
Yeah.
and they'll hold them up. It's like the
Oh, they're on
Candace Owens or
they're
something.
on the pedestals, doggy.
Like I told you, see, we got this one. It's like that. It's
the
my
token black friend. Get the
It's their
fuck outta
token
here.
black protester.
That's like all of them saying like, "Well, I know a black person," and that
Yeah.
typical like, "Well, I know black." I know
Oh,
a
my
black
first
guy.
wife left me for a black guy. So.
I have a black friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's funny. They all have a similar appearance, and it does bring it back to semi like a. Is this a fucking video game? Like, is this
It
a
just seems.
simulation?
I know. They're all in a truck. They all have the same sunglasses, same haircut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? They're out there doing what they believe, dude. And just like BLM, they're out there doing what they believe in.
There
too,
is
so.
a sense of that. There is a sense of this is free speech, but the difference between free speech and hate speech, which is a road that we always go down, and it's
not-
hard. It's slippery. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know what to say
Because
but
hate
it's
speech
true.
is free speech.
But it is, yeah.
Hate speech is free speech because if you're like, hey, you can't say that, that's not free speech.
And saying all lives matter, blue lives matter, like claiming that that's hate speech is crazy.
Well, dude, for the longest time, I thought people were supporting Smurfs when they were saying Blue Lives Matter. I had no idea.
You are an idiot.
I had no idea, dude. I was like, hey, you know what? Those Smurfs have been oppressed by that fucking bald guy running around. They need our support right now. The most, I think.
Was this improv joke or
Yeah,
did
that
you?
was definitely just pulled out of my ass.
I'm glad you weren't holding on to that one.
No, it was a couple notes back there.
I missed the punchline. But like
Whatever, dude.
that's I mean, yeah, you don't agree with it, and yes, a lot of these people, like we say, they fit into this character mold. But is it hate speech? No, it's not. All lives matter. Is that hate speech?
I don't think it's hate speech.
It is
Well,
if you
it's
spit
been-
at. It is if you spit at
Yeah.
them and say the N word after it.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what happens. A lot of this is what they start doing, right? I mean,
Right. Because at some point you get so enraged and overwhelmed, I think, that, you are going to go to those deep, dark hatred roots.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking, never mind. I'm not going to say that, dude.
Have you ever watched that Roots before?
Roots? The
Yeah.
movie? No, I've never watched it.
Of course, it shows that you've never seen
Kunta
it.
Kinte? Is that Roots?
I don't know. I watched it in school, history. It's
So you dozed off during school, is what you're saying, when you were supposed to be watching this film.
well,
That's what you're saying, dude.
I was probably thinking of boobs or something.
All right.
It's a hard movie to watch. It's crazy. It's just
Yeah, 'cause
such a
that's-
dark part of our history.
That's the one where they're whipping the guy.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
it's
and they're,
about-
what's your name?
That's slaves. Yeah, I mean,
And-
slavery.
He keeps saying Kunta Kinte, right? 'Cause that's
I
his
don't
name.
remember that part.
That was like the most epic.
It was
That was the
twi-
climax of Roots.
You said
dude.
you'd never seen it.
I know that part.
Well, it was like 25 years ago.
It
You know how many
also-
drugs I've done?
It also
And
might be a
drinks?
completely different movie
Yeah.
that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Django Unchained.
Whatever, dude.
I
Okay.
think you're talking about fucking
The
Homeward
N-word-
Bound or something.
The N word is so prevalent in that movie. It's kind of disturbing.
I watched it in Texas. I mean, is that surprising or not? I don't know. Is it a Texas school? Be like, yeah, this is okay.
I mean, were
can
you on
say
the
it.
back of a truck with a flag in your hand, dude? Because that's what it's kind of sounded like. And
Whoa.
now that I think about
Yeah.
it, you fucking fit that demo so good, man.
I
Look
know.
at you. Tattoos.
Tattoos.
You got the rebel flag on your shoulder there.
It's an American flag with the blue line.
Oh, God
I
damn
love
it.
those.
You love Smurfs.
Yeah, we had a Texas history class. That's how much Texas schools are like history in Texas.
In Texas.
History.
That's
Yeah.
very narcissistic of the
But the
Texas.
Alamo is an interesting story.
Yeah, that's
So I
well.
was-
There's so much history there too.
But
so-
also, it's like with Christopher Columbus, George Washington having slave teeth. I don't know what I was taught as a child that was just Americanized. You know what I mean? Like that George Bush didn't knock down the tires.
I think-
I'm coming for you.
I think that. Yeah, well, it's an indoctrination process.
Yeah.
It's not. It's like China. China doesn't tell them about their. You think China tells them about their past? They're so censored in China. I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy because for us, it's like you can't censor the past, but then at 20 years later, and then you die off, it's like you could totally. We are. It's the same thing. It's like
I was having this conversation a couple days ago at dinner with my sister-in-law. I was like, at least China knows they're not free, right? We think we're free. I think that's worse.
Yeah.
And her husband just chuckled at it. I was like, it's true, man. Like, at least they know they're not free.
Well, that's the thing. Or just know the truth. It's like with some like the CIA documents that come out 25 years later, JFK, Martin Luther King, these people that were murdered. That's like basically proof that it wasn't the way that the storyline went, you know. But we're not taught that. Like people would still be like, JFK, you don't think that he killed him? Like, no, I think it was
Lee Harvey Oswald, dude.
Yeah, obviously. And Jack Ruby then killed him right after. Like, obviously. There's nothing weird about that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, then you're looked at like you're a fucking kook, right?
But I'm saying, then I feel like the information as like aliens, for example, that the United States has said, yeah, aliens are out there. But you could still go to people and be like, yeah, aliens are real. Like it's pretty much proven. They'll be like, no, that's a conspiracy.
Okay.
JFK, you know, all those kind of things. And you're like,
you get the kook look, like you know, you get looked at funny or like, can you believe this guy type of thing, right?
Yeah. But it's like same thing with Christopher Columbus and all that as well, because there are people that still fight for his statues.
George Washington, yeah.
But then also with George Washington, it's like it was a different time. I don't know.
That's true, huh?
Not that it was okay or right, but also
there was a remake of Roots. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh, sorry.
The original.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring it back to that. But.
Now you were dozing off, dude.
I know. Well, I was like, I swear there was a remake of it.
Yeah.
But that probably wouldn't fly right now.
A remake of Roots?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if they're really into what's the kind of acting when you get really into the role?
Method acting.
Yeah, it's like both sides. Like dude, I can't do this. He's like, I want to become the character.
Kunta Kinte, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how they renamed the slaves, like John instead of his African name or whatever. Yeah. So they were trying to convince him, what's your name? Exactly. My American name. Yeah. Pedro, my actual name.
Yeah.
So if they were whipping me,
be
like, ¿Cómo te llamas?
Pedro!
I can't. Well, Kunta Kinte. That's 4 syllables. I can't stretch Pedro into 4 syllables.
What's your name? Pedro!
Pedro!
It's Pete.
Finally give in.
Yeah, it would be like your widest voice after how they find this is good. I don't like that.
You're going down
You started it.
Whatever, dude.
I'm following. I'm just trying to.
I was talking about getting whipped, okay?
Thanks a lot, Nikola, for blowing us off because look at where you got us.
This is all
your
fault, man.
And he's blacklisted.
Blackballed.
Blackballed.
Never allowed again.
Never.
His glass isn't even that good, dude. Whatever.
Let's throw it out, dude. Let's throw it at a homeless person.
Give it to, watch a homeless person sell it, and he's like, I made $80 off of this.
And I changed my life.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That was a joke, man. His glass is good.
And you can come back on if you want.
No, he's still blackballed.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Speaking of blackballed, blacklisted, R. Kelly, did you see that? Him in jail? The Latin Kings came for him, man.
Dude,
stabbed him.
They stabbed him, but he's okay, right?
Yeah.
They didn't kill him.
No.
There's people outside of the jails yelling free R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Free R. Kelly. That's insane to me. Yeah. He's a convicted pedophile. Aren't you trying to save our children, dude?
Well, just beat it. That's still on the radio.
That's still bumping, dude.
That's still crazy to me, too.
I change the music every time, dude. I can't.
I know I hear it work sometimes, and I'm like, I'll randomly ask people because I'm like, yeah, that's the same thing as going back to history and going back to what we're taught, not taught. It's like these kind of things, we just kind of glass over the ones that society is like, no, we're going to go this way with it.
Right.
But then some are like, no, we're going to go the other way.
Yeah.
Because James Franco's the same way. But the joke is that he is an attractive Hollywood guy. So when he was going after a minor, the whole public just skated past it.
Oh, really?
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's James Franco. I mean,
Have you seen him?
yeah, have you seen him?
You seen those pecs, dude?
Yeah. So that's true.
I guess there's double standards for everything, huh?
Yeah.
Just double-edged swords. I don't know.
Wow.
Is that the same? Yeah, double standards.
But yeah, Latin Kings just stabbed R. Kelly in jail. And he said that the government.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He went deep, deep state.
I think he has a Sam Tripoli tattoo.
Oh, damn.
It's a little
That's
tinfoil
crazy. But where did they stab him? Is there any information on it?
Just, I think it was like a pen,
the showers?
pen knife kind of.
Is it in the showers or what?
I'm not sure.
Damn. Where do you think they stabbed him? Where do you think you'd stab R. Kelly?
Where would I stab him if I was in jail?
Yeah.
Like in.
Where would be the easiest part away from
Well, I don't think
security?
jail's
and all that?
like Orange is the New Black. Which
Dude,
is
it's
why-
exactly like that.
Okay. And then I go to his bunk when the security guards are banging each other, banging the inmates or
Or
something.
smuggling drugs in.
Smuggling
Or,
drugs.
or holding a WWE match in the back.
I love that show. It got kind of bad at some points because there's
That's
so
like
many
the
seasons.
season off The Office after season
Yeah.
7. Like,
But I think it ended pretty good still.
yeah,
But
I
I
enjoyed it.
I brought that point up one time a long time ago on this podcast, and I was thinking because the new season came out, and I was like, isn't it weird that we kind of glamorize like these prison shows,
Yeah.
like World's Toughest Prison or Inside Lockdown, and you get in there, and I think it's this weird comfort, like, like I don't
Take
feel
it back
like
even.
you
Go
shouldn't
ahead.
feel that comfortable, like getting your mind inside. I think there's something good about like was it the 13th, that movie about how the prison system.
I didn't
We're
see it.
we're
On
going
Netflix.
we're going a different direction, but like you could make documentaries and tell stories about prison and jail and whatnot, right? But I feel like when you start making these like lighthearted comedies and things that make it seem like, hey, well, it doesn't seem that bad to be in there.
Yeah.
I think that kind of like, I don't know.
Eases. Well, take it back to when you shot a gun first.
Yeah.
You've never shot a gun in your whole life, and we went shooting one
Yeah.
day, and you're like, I feel strangely accustomed to this, or you had an idea of what
Yeah.
it was going to be because you played video games.
I always knew I was going to shoot myself in the head.
You've been what's that called? Conditioned, man. It's conditioning.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing
It is.
to us. Yeah.
It's like, they're slowly downloading apps into our body without us knowing.
Through that fucking Neuralink, dude.
It's like it's like a Wi-Fi link. That's all it is. We're slowly absorbing these things that are changing and morphing us as humans in ways that we don't know and they don't even know.
Or subconsciously.
Or
Yeah.
I mean, even is anything subconscious though? Like, because if there's school for 4 to 8 to 12 years for advertising and how to manipulate people in the brain, like that book that I'm reading shows these people at Stanford running these tests on rats and monkeys and dopamine traps and seeing what works and doesn't work. Like they study how to manipulate us.
Then it's not really. Yeah.
I don't know where that could go with that. But
It's just full on conditioning, I feel like.
so we're slowly morphing into just, I mean, that's why people are, protesting and looting and there's violence and
People are fed up, huh?
We're just like these caged animals. We've been in this lockdown quarantine that we shouldn't really have ever been in. We should have taken away the sick people and the elderly people and then been cautious and probably not had baseball games and things with thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
But I mean, hindsight's always 2020. We could always look back on how we should have handled things and
Yeah,
everything.
we're sick and tired of just constant hitting the dopamine button over and over. We want something more now.
We're not
We want,
designed for that.
Actual change, right?
We also like want to go outside. We want to
Yeah.
live outside of our house and like those little things. I think. Yeah, I actually thought about this last night. Is that I went out to dinner with my family.
Where'd you go?
It's called the Thirsty Line.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. It was
Tempe
all right.
Town Place.
What?
Tempe Town.
There's one in Desert Ridge now.
Oh, okay.
But we went out there and like during this whole thing, at band practice we do this, but besides that, I've gone out maybe like 3 or 4 times. Like not very many times to restaurants and stuff right now. But you kind of realize like just going out last night how much it does feed your soul of being in that vibrant environment, being around people, and it's like weirdly like optimistic or like it's good to be around people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's an energy to it that like feeds our soul, like nourishes us to be like not be secluded and and like isolated.
For sure. I mean,
even though I like being isolated,
Yeah.
but you still need those doses. But anyways, I thought about you because I was like, you think about these people that are in marriages, and if like they start getting really unhappy because they start getting so in with their kid or something because you don't go out. It's, you know what I mean? Because you get trapped in this thing, but like luckily you guys both have parents that help you and you maneuver around that. But like there's some people like they get so caught in this loop of working, sleeping, eating, laundry, taking care of the fucking child that it's like they'll never go out, and then all of a sudden it's 2-3 years later, like I don't know the last date night. So you realize that keeping those date nights, keeping those things are so important.
Yeah, definitely.
And then society, that's the same thing. This is happening to everybody right now.
Yeah,
they're going crazy.
Yeah, everybody just. I mean, you see it once these bars starting opening up. Like you saw the packed bars. Like people want to go out. I don't know.
Labor Day. Did you see Labor Day?
I mean, it's this weekend. Yeah.
No, it just happened. It was This comes out on Wednesday.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Labor Day was insane.
Was
dude. The beaches. There was these picnics that there were so many people, dude.
And it will be like that. The lakes will be packed. People want to get back out there, man. And it is like
it's the 3-day weekend.
You're outside. You know, you can distance. You can be cautious. You can. You know. But fuck, man. Everybody's just sick and tired of, you know, you say you like isolation. A lot of people do. I like to stay at home a lot.
Maybe
too.
not though. Maybe,
but
like,
it's like having the freedom to be able to do that, you know. And
just going to the store when it's not the apocalypse.
Yeah.
When it's not Biden versus Trump and we have to wear a mask and we don't know when it's going to end, and
that's this year.
Some white lady's not wearing a mask. She's saying, you know, the N-word, you know, some apples.
Okay, how long? Because a lot of it's gaslighting, don't you think? Like,
yeah, we're fed that too, right? Yeah.
So, how long before we stop saying like, how many years or how many? I'd say years, but like how till we stop like, hey, you remember Corona 2020? Like,
I don't know.
How do you think like maybe 2 years from now, like 22?
I don't want to ever think about it or talk about it again. I think what's crazy about it, since we're in the belly of the beast, it's so hard to really understand how crazy this time is.
Yeah.
Like it's a pandemic that like nobody's lived through before. A pandemic, sorry.
So,
it's
a
hashtag pandemic. And, you know, and how crazy, like our society shut down, locked down, people that played sports, musicians, comedians, that never
everything's just come to a halt. Dude.
Everything.
The
except for
economy,
Walmart, Amazon, Target.
Big Corps is still running.
Bezos, Bill Gates, 2020. That's what I'm writing in.
For your vote.
Hell yeah.
That's good, dude. I agree with that. I saw a Facebook post the other day and it said like, what do we call what do we call this? Like, do we call it Corona? Do we call it or the Rona or something? It was like a multiple choice that person was asking. And I wrote under it, I was like, what if we stop calling it, you know, the Rona or something? And I say it all the time on here. Yeah, I'll take one. I say it all the time on here. It's like, why don't we start calling it 2 different time periods? Like BC was Corona. Like, hey, you remember catching a game, BC? You know, when we'd go out to the stadium before Corona. And it's like, it's almost going to be something like that, right? It's not. It's
For
not.
sure, it was a different time.
It's
pre 9/11, post 9/11.
True.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I'm just like, stop giving it a name. Like,
what do you mean? Stop giving it a name.
just call it pre-BC or AC, you know, like, because we're still living. Like, it's
right.
It's the different sense of living. Yeah, it's after Corona. Like now, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just fucking too high and drunk and.
Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us, man. Because sometimes, I mean,
played golf this morning though. So
did you?
That was nice.
Nice, man. It's like, I don't know, like one of
Yeah,
those.
I played golf AC. You know.
Oh,
After
well, golf is the
Corona,
biggest thing right now.
Oh, everybody's
for
trying to get
sports,
into it.
Golf and podcasts.
Future of the game, dude, and I do both. Damn, leading the race.
Are you?
I think so.
What does that say?
Your handwriting is terrible, dude.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, you just never learn how to write properly, or what?
No, I think I'm right-handed, and the teacher didn't.
That's right.
Didn't tell me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They're just like, well, he's doing it. He seems content. So, yeah.
Never corrected you, huh? Just like your parents.
They corrected me.
Well,
They're
about
good
some
parents.
stuff.
I'm glad that I live close to them. I feel like we had.
I know. I feel like I always talk shit about your parents,
Yeah, you do. You're
but I
an
love
asshole.
Georgia.
Thanks, not my dad.
Your dad's cool too. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like because we moved around so much, and I was such a punk ass kid. Like we could have never had a relationship, or something could have happened to them. Like you don't, or something could have happened to me.
Yeah.
Like you, it's
Well,
it's
something.
crazy
What do
at
you
the
say
time.
by like something could have happened?
Death.
To you? Okay.
Cancer, sickness,
Right.
dementia. All these things that can happen, that do happen. Suicide.
Dude, I've been like, that scares me so much. Like, it's just always, and I don't know if it's like always in fear of like catching something or cancer or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a fucking scary thought. And I see like I guess what hit me the most is like, I saw this commercial about leukemia, and it was these, Phoenix Children's Hospital, dude. They're fucking and now,
know.
especially with having a daughter, dude, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I would
I know.
it'd be so
Dude.
hard.
I know there was
It'd be so hard to go through that, dude. Just, I don't know. I don't like, yeah, I sound soppy or whatever, but it's like, it's the love that you have for a child
yeah.
that it is inexplicable. And for me, it didn't come on right after pregnancy, like it took me about 2 weeks to settle in and actually try to bond with a child and form a relationship.
Yeah.
I was scared to shit the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, those commercials are so. I remember there was a Christmas one last year, and I cried during it. I was like, "This is so fucked up to like." What? I'm like,
Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
it's hard.
I know, and it's sad. Yeah, just sad because that's the sad reality that
it's
we
like,
live in.
Yeah, it's just that scares the shit out of me. But
Yeah.
it's also like if you're always thinking about that, you're manifesting.
I
Like
know.
what's the power of manifestation? Like,
I know.
and I definitely do think there's something behind that.
That's
I
why
don't
you
know,
charge your
man.
crystals, right?
Yeah, every night.
Yeah.
But I don't see a difference. It's a
You
placebo
can't
effect.
see-
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
see the
Yeah.
results. Is the thing.
Oh, you
have to
can't?
believe in the results.
Oh, fuck Santa.
Fuck Santa, man.
Yeah, man.
And now all the marathons are closed this year too. I mean, everything. Like literally, it's just. I don't know if it's because I'm drinking again that like I feel
You
like
just see the negatives.
yeah, the depression comes out really heavy for
Really?
sure. Like I feel like I joke a lot more about suicide. I think about
Yeah.
suicide more. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, dude, you might come to a point where you realize you have to quit alcohol.
I
Like,
will.
you have
No,
to-
I will at some point. I know it's in the foreseeable future.
Is that you trying to like what are you doing? Why not today? Like why
I'm just like
'cause
lubing up the idea,
you're just,
massaging it.
you're fluffing.
The problem is I've just
you're fluffing the
romanticized
idea.
it for so long.
Yeah, I
and
mean, fucking Hunter S. Thompson's your fucking go-to dude.
I'm getting them tattooed on Tuesday.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So
Gonzo baby.
yeah, but it's also that's the problem with being an artist too. It's like being able to dip your toes into that, but not letting that become you or your whole personality. It's like, and there are fun sides. I mean,
But then are you just like not a poser? Like
what do you mean?
it's either all or nothing, dude.
That's
Or
my
it's-
that's a problem.
It's
That's
like-
the addict, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like the thing is also that eases me for not like I would never stop. I don't think I would ever stop smoking weed, taking mushrooms, acid, DMT. I love psychedelics.
So why don't you focus more on those?
That's where
and try to lean off.
Yeah. Well, I think it just
Try to lean off
sometimes
that
it's hard. I
booze,
think when we
baby.
do the month challenges, all of a sudden it's like make up for lost time. It's like
Yeah.
so it's like now it's like oh cool we're doing a podcast like that now we can have a beer at band practice like oh cool I can have a beer and that going out with my family I can have a beer
Dude,
see what I'm saying
yeah.
that's the last 3 days that I've had
Yes.
and so that's the thing
Me too, man. I definitely noticed that. And even today, like, or no, we went to the in-laws on Friday for my wife's birthday, and even then I was like, oh, I can drink again, and like I'd already sipped one down, and it was
Yeah.
like that dopamine button that I press.
That's
It's
what it
like I can.
is.
Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I did the 30 days. I can drink again, and I went and
Exactly.
got my second drink or whatever. Or today during golf, it's like. Oh fuck! I can drink again. On
yeah I
the
haven't done
course,
this all month
like,
so now
right.
I'm gonna get that even if you didn't maybe necessarily want it that part in your brain's like kind of
I'm able to.
Now that
it opens a window, dude.
Yeah.
I'm Peter Pan. I'm flying out of that.
it's
bitch.
quarantined or not quarantined when you can go out but you still want to be an introvert
Yeah.
but you can go out
It's
it's like once that's open
It's having a security blanket, right?
yeah or else you just feel more trapped, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. But I do know I will quit drinking at some point.
When? Like, do you have a ballpark?
Like the next couple of years.
Because I see if you know that.
Yeah.
If you know you have to quit drinking, why not?
Because I want to enjoy it when I'm still like I'm
But
going to two weddings next year.
And you'll probably be invited to a third the following year after you quit.
I can drink again.
Like you're opening that window.
But I do also think about that, and that's the problem I have with
social aspect drinking.
That's why I really struggle with saying I will quit and I will want to quit, because I think about doing these certain things, celebrating these certain things, just being like, don't drink really at all. But maybe that wedding, drink whiskey, drink beer. But then the problem is then you start mixing. It's like it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
But I wish I could fucking get to that point.
Have that line.
Where like my sister's like, I haven't drank it for 3 weeks. I'm like, I had to fucking do a challenge on a podcast just to keep myself
I have to tell people my problems.
Yeah. To even, but it's, I mean,
hold yourself accountable.
Dude, it's still more than a lot of fucking people.
Oh, 100%, dude. I've
back off. Okay. I'm going to fucking keep drinking.
This is in your head.
You know what?
This is in your head, dude. This is legitly
What's your, ¿Cómo te llamas? Pedro!
Oh, man. No, this is in your head, though, because I see it as like when I quit smoking, like I would say, like, oh, maybe another year.
Yeah.
Another year and I'll quit smoking. And that year would fly by, dude. And then it's like, okay, mid-year this year, I'm quitting smoking. And it wasn't until like I was like, fuck, today. And I threw the pack away and I'm like.
You couldn't have just given it to your dad?
I think there's something about getting rid. You know how you burn shit at Burning Man?
I know.
Like
I've thrown away
it's
my
like a
fair share of
what's
cigarette.
That called? The bundle of sticks at Bohemian Grove. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Ejaculation.
Yeah, I'm trying to say something, dudes, but there's something about crunching the pack of cigarettes and throwing it away and saying, this is it.
Day.
And then I picked up a pen, homie, and I was vaping for 4 years.
Yeah, which is way douchier.
Douchier for sure. Healthier, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But
what did you enjoy more? Like, if you went back, and let's say you still quit, so you smoked 4 more years, would you have rather? Or I think I'm already answering it for you, but I think also the problem is when you're set on a path to say, I want to quit drinking, I want to quit smoking. I then resent and hate myself when you buy that pack of smokes, when you smoke that cigarette. So it's like I'll have a couple drinks. Next morning, Nick, you're better than that. You said you weren't going to drink. Why did you drink? Was it worth it? No, not really.
It's a relapse.
So it's
right?
It's almost like I don't even enjoy the act of it anymore. I'm attached to this dopamine, like a romanticized version of what it was, or the nostalgia of the memories I have with said toxin.
Yeah.
That it's hard to like realize in that moment, be like, this isn't what you want.
Right. No, for sure.
But then right here, as we're sipping these, I'm like, this is great.
This is exactly what I want. Let me top it.
But that means you don't have to do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it if you have the sense of control over it, that would be ideal, right? Like what your sister has. I haven't drank in 3 weeks. Like,
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Like, oh, I get to drink again. I said it. I literally stood up. I raised my glass and I was like, I get to drink again. Yeah.
I got the golden ticket.
I did, dude. I did. And that was like the dopamine fucking rush. Yeah. And then it felt like it feels good. I like drinking. I enjoy the aspect of it. I can see how it could get. I see it. I wouldn't say I have a problem with drinking, but it's like I could see it forming. Like, I could see something forming. Like every little occasion, like that's a celebratory drink, or you know, going out with your family.
It's in our culture too.
Yeah, man.
And then also the thing is too, that
I think moderately though.
That's
like
the thing.
1 or 2.
If you could, they said that's good for you. Actually, like, they actually say there's positive things about what alcohol and liquor.
It is so
too.
hard to just stop drinking though when you're drinking.
Yeah,
it's always that one more. And if it's not the peer pressure from the social acceptance of drinking, it's you in your own head saying like, I'm not that drunk. I can have another. I can still drive. It's saying all that dumb shit. To justify you buying that other drink.
Thing.
Yeah.
Well, it goes into the same thing. It's like, and this is when you make excuses for your bad habits. It's like, what's my bad habit instead of this bad habit?
Yeah.
What do I fall into then? You're like, well, it's a pure, cleaner life. you're just drinking a Red Bull a day. That's better than 4 beers. Then okay, fine. I'm gonna work on it. Finally, I'll stop drinking that Red Bull every day as well. And you're not drinking beer. You're not drinking Red Bull. Then you're not drinking coffee. You start kicking that out.
Yeah.
All sugar, all dessert. It's like, well, it seems like, well, can you live? I want to live a little too. I mean, I can see it when I get older. Like, I mean, I'm 30. I'm in my 30s now, but it's like when you're 50, 60, if I have like pre-existing condition, like I gotta fucking tighten up.
Yeah.
But sometimes you worry that it's too late or it snowballs or something. And that might be true. But at the same point, I'm like, I don't know. Being reckless when you still, like, we'll never be this age again. We'll never even.
Yeah.
The way we recover now, which is terrible compared to when we're 20, is going to be, we're going to miss these moments when we're 40. And be like, dude, that was the best. I wish I would,
100%.
I don't know.
Dude.
That's the FOMO thing too. It's the afraid of not living to the fullest. It's
and then
like,
also living in nostalgia too. Like
that's
reminiscing, glorifying the days when you were 21 at the bar 5 days a week.
I know.
Like,
they're so fun.
That was really fun.
We also didn't have responsibilities.
Dude,
your bills were a quarter of what you pay now.
Even if that.
All these things that you didn't have, these outside pressure sources that you don't realize. You start.
Yeah, I think growing up is just falling into debt more, man.
Oh.
We're just.
This isn't a fun podcast, dude. We're just.
This is kind of a.
We're just like grown men being bummers.
Yeah,
dude.
we are kind of being bummers, dude. And it's my weekend.
Yeah,
I played golf this morning.
Fun dad, Pete. It's weekend.
I'm
Pete.
a fun dad, dude.
It's Labor Day. You have it off. I have to work like a fucking laborer on Labor Day, dude. And it's like
it's Labor Day.
It's Labor
work.
Day. This is my day. I should not work.
Why? It's Labor Day.
I've worked through a fucking pandemic, dude. I literally have gone every single day.
Oh,
to
cry
work.
me a river, dude. You think you're the only one? You think you're the only one?
No, but I bet you they
half of
are
this
off.
population. Actually, that's probably wrong. But I would say I'd say half of this population is an essential worker, man.
And half of them are dead now.
No, they're not.
Yes.
The old ones?
So that their lives don't matter.
Only blue lives matter, dude. The Smurfs.
They should have been a cop. They should have been a cop. You're an idiot.
Man. You're an idiot, dude.
I know.
Yeah, I'm an idiot too. Why do we always try to like come back or
done doing this?
Not agree. Like you called me an idiot and I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. When pretty much an idiot. Well, why fight it? You know,
acceptance. Wants to be attacked.
Acceptance, dude. Whatever.
Well, that is what you do if you don't want to deal with a person. Don't give them the reaction. Just say, yeah.
That's true, huh?
But if you get aggressive, then you're just feeding their addiction to anger and to escalating verbal and conflict. People love it, dude.
Oh, it's a banger, dude.
If you're not drinking,
I love stranger conflict.
Like what?
Or like voyeur conflict, I guess I would call it. Where I'm just watching something go down.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never be the person doing it, but you know what I'm saying, though? Like, no?
Of course I do. I watch World Star Hip Hop videos all the time.
I get stuck
my
on
screen time was almost 5 hours on
public
average.
freak out on the subreddit, on Reddit, dude. It is so good. It's just people freaking out in public. It is literally so good, man. I spend hours on that, and I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah, they're out there. There's so many of those people.
Especially now.
More, I know.
More so than ever. And it's,
Is there more so than ever? Or are we quicker to record? Is it so much easier to all of a sudden videotape?
I don't think so.
Too?
No, we've never been in our lifetime. We haven't. Well, we had the 82 riots, I think it was in LA.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, what else has been major like this? What else has
Well, yeah, but those,
been
you're talking about grocery stores, not like, or like, what are you talking about for people that are getting angry? Because I'm saying, like, with cameras, like, how more readily available are watching police officers kill people on the streets during broad daylight? I feel like 10 years ago, it was still probably happening the same. You don't think so? We just weren't shown it the same way.
Yeah.
Because
not
everybody has a cell phone.
Yeah, because technology has expanded much more. It's fucking
security cameras are literally everywhere.
Yeah, it's fucking White Bear episode on
right. I mean, it
Black
literally
Mirror,
is.
Like, it's literally
you see people around these mobs with
phones.
Yeah,
and like
recording.
that's like his last breath, and you four are standing around him just recording. But at the same time, what are they gonna do? Like, they're not paramedics. They're not,
No, but I'm just saying we're shown it because there's sensor
I
security
understand that, yeah.
cameras. George Floyd. That's why the George Floyd video came out. It's because it was from the security cameras. All the I can't breathe ones. Like, what was the guy who was selling the loose cigarettes outside? I mean, I'm probably terrible for not knowing his name, but that they suffocated and they killed him.
Just as terrible as you.
So
did.
it's like,
We're two
and
idiots.
that was the same thing. Security camera.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi's security camera.
Set up.
I mean,
Set up.
I'm just
Hold
saying,
on.
like,
I know. Keep
it's
going.
Not
but
even
set
just.
up.
It's not just even the people in the mob with the cell phones recording quicker.
Yeah.
It's like
CCTV.
literally everywhere there's a fucking camera.
CCTV. That's like what
That's
they have
crazy.
across.
We can't even do this. And I taped this one off and I put another one directly across. What are we doing?
The irony, right?
Yeah,
The irony.
I know.
That's funny.
We're like,
But
don't
yeah,
look.
you never, because I mean, you're naked in your kitchen, I'm sure, and like
Yeah.
that's right directly to
Thank
your
you
kitchen.
for pitching my OnlyFans. Cooking with Nick. Cooking with Naked Nick.
I was a plug. It was a shameless plug I
Yeah.
did for you, dude.
Did you see
Because
the
honestly,
you see the baguette episode?
I did. I love what
I
you
know.
did. When you, I don't want to
Don't
give it away.
It's
I don't wanna give
$30
it
a
away.
month.
Yeah.
So it's,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got grandfathered in because I got the $4.99 deal a month.
Really?
Yeah. That was like the first.
Did you buy
I think that
it
was
when
like
you were
your
in
first,
Mexico?
your 2 days. I think it was your first 2
first 2
days when it
days.
was really low.
I said, it's the salami special.
Yeah. Oh, the pizza episode was so good.
I know.
Oh man.
It's
How much are you making?
I
off
just
that
I just
now?
couldn't
Like,
believe that people at the porn stars would put their dick through pizza in those old pornos. So I was like, I wanted to try doing my own, and it was really hard to get the pizza with the perfect hole in the center. To be honest with you,
That, and
every
then-
time it would melt on my dick,
Also,
or it would
like,
just the
temperature.
top,
Yeah,
the
what's
oil
the-
would leak onto
the
it. Then,
grease.
so it was a hard episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look good doing it.
I ate all the pizza still. To be honest with you,
You
I
have
love
to,
pizza.
right?
I love pizza.
Yeah. And well, I'm not gonna say what you did with the ranch, but
Yeah.
let's
That's finger looking good. I said.
we'll just call it that and have the people subscribe. Can you want to?
I'm actually losing money. You asked if I was making anything.
Oh.
I'm in the red, actually. Yeah. The production is crazy.
It's really good, huh?
Yeah.
You have like a team of people that come
I
in
have 7
here.
people. Yeah, it's insane. I don't even know if I need that many people.
What?
One guy's security, so I'm like, I don't know.
Who's the? Do you have a fluffer or what? Like
A fluffer?
Yeah.
What's that?
that's
Rittenhouse hasn't showed up to work for a couple of days, though, so.
that's the on-side.
Oh, yeah, I know what that
Production
was.
hand.
I was just I wanted to land my joke.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, the fluffer. No, we don't need a fluffer, dude.
You do it all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously not. You have 7 people that do it for you.
Well, audio, lighting. If I'm naked, you have to really make sure you get all the good. I can't just put my GoPro in a corner.
That's true.
I've actually thought about doing there's this I don't know.
And OnlyFans?
No, we've always talked about doing these little video clips of like food or recipes.
Yeah, dude. Since we began this podcast,
And I have this one recipe I've been making like every week that I'm kind of obsessed with, and I'm like, I kind of want to just for fun see what happens.
That'd be a fun episode. I feel like.
An episode.
Yeah.
So I would cook and you would.
Yeah, I mean, you could set up your mic over there. I mean, I guess we could talk this.
It'd be too loud.
Really?
Yeah, the hood vent and all that kind of stuff. And the oven, there'd be so much noise.
So it'd
going
just be
on.
better like a snippet clip.
One of those like a quick like reels or something like that. Where you do those like quick shots of like you show the ingredients and like, but do it somehow that tied in with our show or was funny. But yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about it
Funny,
again.
the show?
Well, we try. I don't know if
We're like the
try.
Latin Kings trying to stab, R.
I can't
Kelly,
say
dude.
that. You can say you're. the
I
Latin
can say
Kings.
that.
They're dangerous.
And then you can, by association, I think you're able to
really?
say it. Yeah.
I don't think
You're
so.
with me, homie?
I think.
Hey, vato.
If I was in the
Hey.
hey,
sad boy.
clack.
Hey, sad boy.
Hey, sad boy, I know you from that podcast, man.
Hey, sad boy.
You're friends with that hombre Pedro.
You're good, Holmes.
You good, Holmes. Come over here. But you gotta stab that guy over there first.
If you want
See
inside
that
this,
skinhead?
you want inside this clique, Holmes? You gotta do
the
something for us, huh?
skinhead.
The skinhead. R. Kelly? Was he a skinhead?
No. I had to turn against the white brothers.
I say
lightning.
Mexicans are way more against blacks than the whites, dude.
I know, but if I was supposed to get into, a group in jail, don't you have to like do something against? You have to prove that you're loyal to them.
They'll come to you if you join the Latin Kings.
Yeah.
Holmes. And let me tell you, all right. If you tell the Latin Kings, you know, you're coming
like
over
where
to
this
our team.
episode's going. Thanks a lot, Nikola.
And then like the whites, the Aryan Brotherhood,
Hell yeah.
will come up to you and be like, "What are you doing?" And
Oh,
they'll
they'd
try
be
to
mad
beef on you. They'll be mad at you.
Yeah.
That's when, you know, it's self-defense on your
take
part.
it easy.
That's when it's Kyle Rittenhouse on your part, you know. So, you know, you
yeah, Kyle comes and the jail and taps you on the shoulder. What are you doing over here, man? ¿Qué pasó?
waving a Trump flag, dude. Yeah, you got it.
Chupa mi huevos.
Verga.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Is that Rittenhouse? Say whatever.
Whatever,
man.
man.
Whatever,
Yeah.
man.
He shoots you in the arm. He's like, whatever, man.
I tried. Then he just stabs me with a
Damn.
pen.
R.I.P. R. Kelly, huh?
Yeah. Do you think he deserved it?
Yeah, dude. He pissed on a 15-year-old. He Chuck Berry'd a bitch, bro. Oh, gee.
That shouldn't be a sentence. This is the world we live in now.
No, that was the world in the 60s. Chuck Berry had a little...
That's Gigi Allen with shit and cum and everything on stage.
Woody Allen. What's up with the Allens, huh?
Yeah.
Woody Allen married his, like...
Elvis, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, right?
Different times, huh? Different times.
No,
where you can
no, still happening.
Where you can slap the secretary in the ass and just walk away to your printer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So you're gonna tattoo Tuesday?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson, huh?
Yeah. What's funny about that is
like a portrait?
Kind of. It's. I mean, he's one of my biggest writing influence people that I've ever came across. So he really changed my life, and for the better, for worse, probably the worst. But no,
Thanks a lot, Hunter.
Yeah. Which is also what if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Hunter.
Of course you are, dude.
Anyways, dude.
Let's be real.
So he
You're
changed.
Never having a son, dude.
That's not nice. Dude.
Okay, sorry, that really wasn't nice,
dude.
He changed
my life. So he was like the first tattoo I ever wanted to get. I just never knew how to do it, how to properly get something that would fit it. You know what I mean? So I looked at a bunch of Gonzo kind of art. His homie that would always, paint in his stories and stuff like that. Ralph Steadman. So I looked at a lot of those. I never really enjoyed the imagery that much. I thought about the cannon with the two thumbs that he blasted his ashes out of, like a cannon after he died. I thought of so many different things. Typewriter, his red typewriter that everybody loved. Just never sat. Then I loved how like American traditional skulls look. But I also never just wanted to get like a skull that had no purpose. So I was like, what if I get the American traditional skull, but I throw like some of the characteristics from Hunter on there? Like, the long cigarette, the aviators, like the bucket hat, and like throw that over the skull. Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, so that's what.
So do you just give your tattoo artist like, hey, I have this, and that idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like I would try to draw something out.
Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
And he does a really good, that's the thing is like, that's why I always go back to him. He does a really fucking good job.
You enjoy
of,
his illustration.
He interprets what's kind of in my head. And we've worked together enough now that he knows what I like or the style or kind of the, what kind of.
Yeah, you build a bond.
Exactly.
Sure,
So it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's stabbing you repeatedly in the arm,
so
chest, fucking leg, whatever.
I know.
You build a bond with somebody that, hey, can you stab me with some ink? And
such a weird thing. I love it. I love
it's
tattoos,
a
dude.
Semi-masochist.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like a memory thing for me,
too,
dude. I just feel like it's like this check. It's like, I feel like sometimes
it's a timeline, dude.
Yeah,
it's a timeline for you.
I don't know if we get stuck in a simulation or what kind of reality this is. It's like, but having this on my skin, it's like 5 years later, you wake up and like, I remember that time, and you think about all the things that's happening. It's like, I did exist then. Yeah. Which sounds really like a stoner kind of thought, but like, don't you ever think about that sometimes? You're like, was that real?
All the time.
So it's
especially now.
It's like Memento. Did you ever watch that movie?
I haven't, but
he gets like tattooed to remind himself of like the murder of his wife. So he's trying to like solve that murder, but every morning he wakes up, he forgets everything because he has like some kind of weird disease or something.
Amnesia or what?
I think amnesia. So then he's the fucking ending. Oh, it's so good.
I'll have to watch it.
Shit.
Did you just remember the ending?
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking good, dude. The ending
Memento.
is
I've heard
great.
about it, and I think I've seen a trailer for it, but I haven't seen it. Is it on Amazon Prime?
I mean, it's like 20 years old probably at this point.
That's what, yeah.
But oh man, that ending is. But yeah, it is like that in a way. It's like I get these tattoos and I'm like, dude, like I was 21 and like I remember that time. I remember getting it and remember like
who you were with, what you were, what that day was like.
But even just the fact that it's like still my body and that like I can lose my car, I can lose my apartment, I can lose things and people, but it's like still on. I mean, there's a reason why we've been tattooing and piercing ourselves for ages, as long as we fucking know. I mean, literally.
What's the caveman portrayed with? Like a bowl, like a bone,
which is
in his septum, right? Like,
why do we? What? I don't know. Why do we stretch our ears out?
Yeah, gauge the fucking Mayans and stuff.
Yeah,
like, every tribe had their own. Why do we put rings around our necks to elongate the fucking?
Right. I know.
Yeah, man. I think it's stand out and it's the cultural aspect.
Yeah, I'm
tattoos are something, cultural and stuff.
Yeah,
for sure. Where are you gonna get it?
My leg.
Oh yeah, same leg.
Yeah. Start blasting it out.
I saw this homie with a tattoo, or his whole left side was tatted, and like his chest.
Yeah.
Chest and the whole left side, and he had like this idea that he's like, on this side, like I could look like a badass, but if I have to like take some professional photos or something, like
that's a little much.
Yeah, right. Like that's a lot, but it looked really good. Like his whole left leg and his whole chest to whole sleeve, everything was covered. So it looked. I mean, contrasts, but it looked really cool, actually. So
I mean, what's cool is like people in my life are getting married, having kids, and I'm getting tattooed, baby.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying.
I've been wanting a tattoo for so long, but dude, baby needs diapers.
I know that's
that's your point exactly.
I still like that like floating mask thing that you were saying, and it actually kind of reminded me of Banksy's like art he did. Was it in New York City or something in the subway?
I don't know what your floating mask.
Yeah, you were saying like you're like to get. It was back when I got my tiger tattooed, and you were talking about like getting something for like a
okay, like a face,
face mask, and he went to the subway. I think it was New York when it was like still everything was complete lockdown, and he like made like rats everywhere with this blue spray paint. And then he did some art like kind of like that. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
That's dope.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think I like the idea why you get tattoos. It's like a timestamp, it signifies this moment in your life. Like that's neat. People that just get covered for like absolutely no reason,
and just like that, like all of a sudden it's like 1 year and they're completely covered.
That there's. I mean,
it's for a different reason,
right?
There's
it's an addiction, right? It's that dopamine,
getting stars and just like yeah.
And it's more so for the rush of it than
I don't know, put birds on my foot or something. You know what I mean? It's like seriously. I don't know.
Who are you? But I've been wanting a tattoo for so long, but and I have a couple of ideas, and money is the only holdup. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man.
Yeah.
Maybe
you'll get that Tres Locos thing under your eyes at some point.
No, dude, it's right here. I already have it. What does Locos Forever?
I never noticed you had that. Yeah. Do you have MOB? All
right,
too?
Don't throw my gang out there, dude. I kid around about Pedro, chill homes and whatnot, but there's a story behind him, okay?
Yeah.
And we bring him out occasionally. He goes back in. It's a different personality, it's not me anymore. I'm not the same person.
Yeah.
But I appreciate who
you experienced DMT. You were in the realm of it. You were in the vortex.
I was.
So that's the thing is you've changed.
Yeah.
I want to do that again so bad.
You can have mine.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna do it. I like the idea of just having it.
I know what you mean. It feels. I love collecting drugs. I have so many. I shouldn't say that. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I allegedly have a lot.
So many drugs.
That was a Hunter S. Thompson thing. He had a suitcase, and it just like he talks about that. He goes through the list of all the things that he has on the way to Las Vegas, and he's like, "You become something of a collector."
Yeah.
And it's just knowing you have all.
Was that
like,
Fear
and Loathing? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's great, man.
I've still never seen that.
Maybe you got to read it.
Read it?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Because I'll read it.
Yeah. It's so good. Because it bounces between love, romance, drug culture to some of the best sophisticated like writing on politics to religion to it's the spectrum. It's like he absorbed the way that the world was around him, and it's like how we attempt to do with this podcast. We talk about everything, and we joke about it too. It's like we can talk about depression and suicide, and then also make like swing and miss a terrible dick jokes.
Yeah,
all like in the same episode.
Yeah, realm. Yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, that's what all the artists are doing or trying to do, right? As an artist, that's what you try to do.
When I on the beat.
When I write, I try to implement my thoughts and ideas, ideologies of what's going down right now, how we're living, AC or BC, you know, like the differences between before Corona, after Corona. Like I try to implement all that into my art, like writing, art, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, I mean, he was just a great master of it.
Yeah.
You know, he
also had a great mind. Just the way that it worked. I don't know. But yeah, it's the same like with music or songs. Like, what's this song about? I'm like, it's about everything.
Yeah.
It's about everything. You know, it's like.
Yeah. Are all your songs always about everything?
Pretty much. It's like, I think about like as a tattoo in a way. It's like the tattoo symbolizes something. But even if you're experiencing like existential dread or relationship problems, it's like all these other things are still happening at the same moment.
Yeah.
In different ways. So it's like you could be going through a breakup, but you're still suffering from addiction. Or how did that set that one off more further?
Right.
And then it trickles down this to like, then what's your relationship with God or with like a healthy mental health? And like, so they all kind of, I feel like, are always present.
Colliding, yeah.
You can make a political statement, but then also to show the time and place.
Right.
Where you are, where you're, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I understand what you're talking about.
And also, I don't know, it's a stream of consciousness, I think, too. I think being an artist and writing and all that is kind of a way. Can you make your mind become a vessel of just the flow of the whatever
ideas
that is?
Where do ideas come from?
It's
thoughts.
I don't know.
You know, like
yeah. It's a weird thing to think about. But I think that's what writing is. It's being able to clear out everything and just absorb it and let it flow without really thinking too much, because you're always thinking, you're always processing it.
Once you start analyzing.
So, it's in there already.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta fucking start writing more, man. I thought about that yesterday. I like put my daughter down to sleep. I always thought that was so weird. Like when they're like, "Oh, I just put her down," but you know how you put down a dog? Like
that is a weird thing. Why did they say that?
Because you put her down to sleep.
Well, no shit.
But you know, it's human. She's just napping, bro. She's sleeping. Yeah. But I don't know. That's a saying. Okay, I'm a dad now. Now that's what I say.
Yeah.
And I had like probably a solid 2 hours to myself to do nothing or do whatever I want. And I was like, I should write during these times, because I always think about
instead.
I watch TV, dude.
And Facebook.
Yeah, scrolled, dude. Vegged out, exactly, man.
It's a trap.
It is, and it'd be so much more satisfying to sit down and write a solid 100, 500 words.
It is, but it's not. It's satisfying when you finish, and then the next day you're like, I fucking did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but that's the thing. Like the process is work. It's easy to sit in front of the TV and veg out and eat ice cream and go on Facebook and not have a time lock on it. Watch TV kind of halfway. Like it's you have to sit down, use brain activity to write, to think, to make your brain travel. But I think that's part of what being a human is. But we find comfort. You know, the comfort zone will kill you. I love that quote.
Yeah,
I love it. It's. Yeah,
for sure, because it was
not comfortable not to drink for a month,
not thinking and watching this TV show.
Yeah,
and, you know.
But we should wrap up. We should have wrapped up like an hour ago.
Dude, we shouldn't even started this.
Should we even put this out, Nikola?
Yeah, you asswipe.
Fuck, dude.
I love you.
Blow this glass. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, dude.
Yeah. Oh well, we tried, and sorry for what happens on Labor Day. I wish we could have stopped it.
It's like World War Z, you know?
I can't believe that happened in California, dude. That was so crazy.
That was
on the beach, dude.
Well,
sharks.
Did you see the people? Like they were
protesting on the beach, which was a little excessive.
And then they just started stampeding after the sharks, you know. So
That was crazy. The stampede.
Yeah. Well, there was alone from the stampede. It was at
Yeah.
least they're saying like 370 to 400.
Yeah.
Dead.
Well, did you see the
Dead.
He's
Completely
like,
dead,
Get your
dude.
hot dog. Get your hot dog.
Oh.
And that guy just comes out of nowhere, clocks him across the head, dude.
Yep.
He spun like a cartoon
I think he died
4 times.
Yeah, he died. That was one of the victims.
And Trump said he's a sucker and loser.
Yeah, he's like
He's a war hero, soldier.
Nobody's trying to sell hot dogs on the beach during a protest. Okay, like I can't believe Trump said that.
I couldn't believe it. Biden said, "Where's Orange Julius at?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "That's true.
For
We're bringing it back.
Yeah, make it only a
Boston
Dairy
Market
Queen.
in every city." Like Boston Market.
There's a Boston Market at the corner of my house, or the intersection nearest to my house, and I think I've only had that once, and it was like really good. And then my wife put this idea in my head that it's like shit food.
Yeah.
I was like, well,
it's the worst.
maybe I don't like it. It's
my
terrible.
My older sister loved it. So when we were kids, she'd always like want to go there. I'm like, it's like cafeteria food. It's like a restaurant that serves cafeteria food.
I wasn't privileged.
You're probably high, dude.
No, I wasn't.
I know you.
It was
dude.
when I was
Yeah,
younger.
dude, I started smoking weed at 14, jerking off behind oak trees. And I'm like, that's too much information. I just met you.
We don't even have oak trees in Arizona, dude.
I know. It was when you lived in California. You were 14. I listen. Yeah, but rest in peace those people on those beaches. Yeah, it's crazy.
R.I.P., dude. And this is probably the beginning of the end, I would say.
Yeah.
I think from now on,
We got like 2 episodes in us left.
not only that, if we can get 2 episodes, because
Well, I want to start doing daily.
what's gonna happen, dude? I mean, after the pandemic and Labor Day weekend,
It's scary.
it's scary now.
I'm quarantining myself for the next 14 days.
You want to
actually.
Zoom this?
This is Sunday. And yeah, like I'm not leaving the house for the next 14 days. I called my boss and I'm like,
You just
hey,
gave it
man.
up, dude.
Why?
You said this is Sunday.
Yeah, because we're
doesn't
living in
come
2
out.
different realities. I'm saying that's what I told him at that time. And I'm like, I can't work for the next 14 days. I saw CNN told me the
CNN
numbers
told
are they doubled. Deaths are climbing. They're rising. It's alarming. They said alarming.
Alarming.
And they went to
Do you just want to get it? Like, honestly, do you just want to get it over with? Like, sometimes I think about that.
I want to go. I want to bat. I don't want to ever get it. I want to be one of the last people that never gets it.
But it's going to be like the flu, dude. Everybody's gotten the flu.
I've never gotten the flu.
Shut the fuck up. You've gotten the flu.
That's true. That was a dumb joke. But Corona, I'm like, have you had Corona? You can't be my friend. You got to keep your
I've been honestly thinking of bringing around a temperature gun with me and test the friends that I'm hanging out
I'll
with.
test all of them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because there's those
Test
people.
their temperature and their alcohol breath. Because
There's those people though that are like sick.
Yeah.
That don't feel great that morning or whatever.
And
but
need a paycheck.
But they still go out though.
That
Not
too.
necessarily
Or
need a
that
paycheck,
too.
but they still go out and
or still work though too. Or still go out.
to work.
Or
Yeah.
not even wear a mask. Or they could be those people
Yeah.
too. That's also the thing.
You just know there's those people too.
Which is also, that's why it's like really not possible to completely, we can't really lock down how we needed to make smarter guidelines to.
We need to jump on this sooner, dude. Honestly, I was spending the 3 to 4 hour, on that public freak out back in December.
Yeah.
And you would see these videos of China and like
the doctors.
They're locked in the doctors. Like
This
is a huge thing in December in China.
Right. And we're like, it's not going to come over here.
At that point I was like, that's crazy.
It was still March and they were denying it almost.
Yeah.
I mean, which is crazy.
It is. It's insane. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like I saw this in December and I was like, how is this like not a thing here? Like, why aren't we talking about this here? Like, there's still planes going back and forth. There was still planes, like you said, in fucking February.
I know.
It's like, I think we should have just jumped on this sooner.
Well, it was planned. It was a
Plandemic.
pandemic. So it's like they could have planned.
Dude, the earth is flat, man.
But you don't know what Michael and Barack are going to come up with next. They planned this, dude.
You think they're behind it?
Oh, yeah. You saw those tapes with him and Fauci. He was skipping around the lab, Wuhan. They bought the tests 2 years prior.
Yeah, 2017.
It's 2017. I mean, What, you think it's a coincidence that Febreze says it kills coronavirus?
Spray that shit everywhere, bro.
I breathe it in.
I spray my mask before I put it on, dude.
I do it with perfume because my masks always smell like shit. I don't know what it is. Like, it just smells like ass.
Yeah. Maybe you should go to the dentist.
It's
dude.
so bad. It
Yeah?
smells like, I don't know if like Noki's always getting into my masks. I get a new mask. And I'm like, I can't wear this. It's
You're
terrible.
disgusting, dude. Go brush your teeth, man. I need to go to the dentist for sure.
I try to brush my teeth once every 2 weeks.
Once a week?
Every 2 weeks.
Oh. Do you floss though?
No. I heard that flossing's not good because when I floss, my gums bleed.
Oh, dude, I bleed like a pint at least.
So I'm like, well, I'm not going to make myself bleed. I don't cut myself anymore. I'm not going to make myself bleed.
Well, I just want to know I'm real, okay? I just want to.
That's not funny, dude. Because some kids actually out there experience that
know,
feeling, and you don't understand
I'm
it.
channeling vicariously.
But you also
through
thought
that.
Boston Market was good, so you're an idiot. Like, nobody's listening.
I told you this earlier. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. Noki's an idiot.
Say that.
He's probably the smartest one out of the bunch here.
We should have ended this when we said we're gonna end it.
I mean, you can just stop it and we can continue talking
We always do.
like friends.
But like, do you ever think like what a dog is thinking? Like, because they don't understand words for the most part. So like, I was like walking him this morning. I was like, is he just like? I was probably still drunk from last night. You idiot.
drunk from last night.
And then he's walking. I'm like, is he like, like, what is he?
It's a good day.
Or is he like, where do I want to go pee? Where, like, but he also doesn't have words. So like, how do you? So if you don't have words to say, what's that over there? Or I'm hungry. What do you think when you're hungry? Like you don't, because you don't visualize the word. Or how do you?
My dogs know the word hungry.
So do you think they're like in their head, like, dude, I'm hungry?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. My dogs are so
what if
needy,
you never said
dude?
hungry? What if they didn't know
Well,
words?
I do that with them. I'll be like, are you happy? And they'll be like, waggling their tail, happy. And I'm just like, are you? And I tease them. I do this with
That's
like
nice.
3 or
Really,
4
really
words.
nice.
And then
Very Epstein.
And then I say like, are you hungry? And once they hear hungry, dude, they fucking do circles.
Yeah.
They hop up like, because he's like a roamer almost, right? Like
No, he eats. He understands words too. But I'm saying if they
I'm
didn't
not saying he
know
doesn't. I'm
words-
saying like my dogs are trained to
eat.
They get
because there's 3, so they have to battle for their food.
Yeah,
like
so it's 1, 2, like 3 different bowls they know in the
Yeah.
morning and then the afternoon.
Right.
Like right now it'd probably be feeding time if I was home.
Suckers.
But like so they understand that word hunger. Like I'm not saying he doesn't understand word because dogs do definitely understand words. Sit,
Yeah, but what?
shake.
But do you think
know.
that's what they're thinking? If they're just you're gone for 8 hours every day. Do you think they're like thinking, sit?
No, I think dogs have an inner monologue. Dude.
I know. So, but would it be if they don't know language?
They have a language. It's barking. Maybe it's barking. Just because you don't understand it, doesn't mean that they don't bark in their head.
Curious of, I guess.
They
It's like dolphins who don't understand either, right?
but it's like they bark in their head. They bark in their head, dude. Like
that's what you think. So you think
you
he's
talk
like,
in your head, right? Yeah. Be like, oh, fucking.
But
bird.
maybe they just never. Yeah.
There's-
that's probably what it is. Yeah.
There's
Okay,
dogs have inner
whatever,
monologues, dude.
I know they do. I just want to know what they sound like and what they like. Their thinking patterns have to be so much different than ours because they're not manipulated by CNN and cell phones the same way.
They got them blinders on.
Yeah.
dog.
So like, are they like?
That's why they see
Are they
ghosts.
still? Are they still dream like in dream state? Do they wake up and they're like, "This is amazing. Like life is beautiful. It's sunny. It's hot. It's cold. This pee smells weird. Like, is it just a very like simplified
he needs
life
to
that
go
just
to the
like?
vet. Like he sniffs a pee. He's like,
Well,
that
they can tell their health.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
what I'm
weird.
saying. It's
Yeah.
like that dog needs to go to the vet.
I thought I was sick, but this guy's really fucked.
I'm good. Yeah, are they the same with us? Like,
I thought COVID was a fluke. This dog's got it. And the Rock has it, dude. His whole family.
Oh man, another.
They're gonna have to get a huge ass casket for that guy, dude. As soon as he dies from COVID. There's like 8 guys carrying down the rocks.
9, dude. They put bars
coffin. They're
across
like,
it.
Jesus Christ. Who is this? The Rock? I love the Fast and the Furious.
Kevin Hart's one of them. Just like
Yeah. He's like the person that's moving that doesn't help at all, but he's always there. It's like one hand's like kind of on it. It's like other
He's
hands
holding-
on the cell phone.
He's holding the flowers.
Yeah,
behind-
Netflix. I'll work on another documentary. Yeah, so rest in the peace.
All right, dude.
Rest in the
whatever.
peace.
Rest in the peace.
Rest in the
dude.
peace to
The
The
Rock.
Rock. Yeah.
After Labor Day, he said Labor Day, and then
You said that was the last day.
That was the last
so
day.
spoiler alert. That's sad, dude.
thanks for listening, fuckers.
Amor y Paz.
Amor y
Amor y
Paz.
Paz.
I love you, man.
Love you too.